Hey guys, how are you? It started with Stampa with Chaos. It is actually Memorial Day and I'm pre-recording for this week. We've kind of just hung out at home and got some stuff done. I have a funny story to tell you. So I've been listening to this lady. Her name is Mel Robbins, and she's on YouTube, and she's funnier than heck, but I love her. I love her podcast. And so I started listening to quite a few of them. And some of them are on positive change. Some of them are on making habits. Some of them, the one I was listening to the other day was on not just organization, but decluttering. And Paul and I'm sorry, I used to not be a clutter. My living room's not so cluttered. Paul is a clutter. My bedroom's terrible. I've got clutter. I've got clutter everywhere. And I'm sure a lot of you do and a lot of you don't. But I was listening to her on the way to the games, and she was talking about, instead of going in and saying, I'm going to organize this or I'm going to do this, just take a little section and declutter it. The first thing you do is you grab a garbage bag and get rid of the garbage. And then that way, if that's all the energy you have, at least you've accomplished something. So I had set it in my mind. There were a couple areas. My dresser drawers were horrible. I have every t-shirt that have holes in it even that I wore 5 years ago that I might get back into. So I thought, okay, this weekend I'm going to declutter that. I'm going to declutter my ribbon stash. And I'm going to declutter the fishing/weight room. I've accomplished 2 of them. So yesterday I went in and I started to declutter my drawers, and I was doing really good. I had the garbage bag, so anything that had holes in it, didn't matter where I got it, didn't matter what size it was going in the garbage. So I get everything folded and sorted and go to push my drawers in, and my bottom drawer will not go in. And it was in before, I promise you it was. I don't know how, but it was. It would not go in. And I shoved and it wouldn't go in. So what I did is I ended up taking the drawer out. And I looked down there. Well, you can see a pair of socks. I can find my sweats that were lost. I was looking for at Christmas, never did find them. And then there's this other thing in there, and it was scaring the crap out of me because, we've had mice before and you don't know what they do. So I'm slowly pulling out the socks, and I'm like, okay, that was socks, and pull out the sweats. And I had rolled them up, so they were really just shoved back there. And I pull out this plastic bag, and it's a bag that I pull the receipt out, and it's from, oh dang nabbit, I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, the date's in 2021. Paul and I got married in 2021, and we lost his wedding ring. We put it in a really secret spot, and I'm assuming it was either in his top drawer or maybe my top drawer, but it had fallen back behind, and I pulled it out, and there was his original wedding ring that we bought in 2021. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. And no, I have cleaned my drawer since then, and I was able to push the door shut. So it must have just finally worked its way down. I laughed so hard, and I go out there and I go, hey, look at this. And he goes, that's my wedding ring. So what happened was I couldn't find that one. I freaked out, got close to, when I figured out we couldn't find it, we looked high and low for it. So I ended up ordering him another one, or grabbing another one that was actually too big for him. So, and he always wears the rubber one, the silicone one anyways. He only wears that one when we go out, and we don't go out that much. So, but oh my God, talk about laugh. We laughed and laughed and laughed. So my purging, or my decluttering of one set of things, it actually paid off. It was good. Oh, and then I was decluttering the ribbon stash. So when I was doing signs, every time I go to Joann's or Michael's or anywhere, I would buy ribbon, the big wide ribbon for the signs, because we made the welcome signs, or people like to put them on their boards or whatever. Well, I've accumulated a lot, and I'm getting rid of it because the only ribbon I use now is for my cards, and it's the small ribbon. So anyways, I was going through there, and I have them all stashed in little totes on a shelf. When you walk into my craft room, we have a little nook thing back there. So I pull it out, and we have so much dust, and it's because of the dogs. But so I'm pulling it all out, the containers are covered in dust, and I pull it out, and all of a sudden there's stuff back there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Well, I found 2 bags of candy that must have been the kids' from Christmas 2 years ago, because they had the little Snoopy blow-up balls. One year I did Charlie Brown's Christmas and everything was Snoopy. So there was Christmas candy, the blow-up ball, and 2 of these little pull Snoopy and he runs across the floor things. So and I have cleaned that. I swear I have cleaned that since for 2 years ago. Usually I just kind of wipe the tops off is what I'm thinking. And I do get into the ribbon, but it just cracked me up. And I can't even believe I'm telling you this, but yeah, it was funny. So I had 2 successful clean outs of clutter, and hopefully I will get to the workout room today. That one's really scary. And what happened was we were going to get my car detailed and traded in, so I pulled everything out of my car. Well, when you put everything back in, you really don't need all that stuff. So it's just sitting there in bags or boxes in that room. And I need to go through them. So anyways, that's my story. That's 6 minutes of my life. In 6 minutes, you won't get back. Today's card, I am going to there's a lady in Spokane that is actually a Stampin' Up. She has holds Stampin' Up meetings, and she invites all the demonstrators in our area, which is really nice because the lady that I'm under is in Arizona and she's moving to Florida. So I don't get to participate except for online. So we had to do card swaps. And so yesterday I got on and tried to figure out something that was, they like you to use the new products, and I had to make sure I had enough of it, blah, blah, blah. So I came up with this card, but I thought, oh, I'm going to share it. A lot of people like to give cards just because. They don't have to say anything. It's just, in fact, I had one of my orders told me the other day, she needs 4 of just blank cards on the inside. So just blank cards decorated basically. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. So we are going to take, this is our Petunia Pop, which honestly, I always said the peach pie was my favorite, but I really like this color. So we're going to take Petunia Pop, and I cut it into 8.5 by 4 1/4. So we went 8.5 this way, 4 1/4 this way, and then we scored it 4 1/4 here. So it's more of a square card. Did that, and then I took on the outside, I took I took some basic white, and I cut it down to 4 by 4. No, that's what the inside is. I even went further, I think. What the heck? I forgot. I didn't write down this one. 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I think that's what it is. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that's on the front. Let me write that down because I gotta type this up. Okay, so we are just gonna glue that down. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip you down so that you can see what I'm doing. But if you guys listen to podcasts at all, or you like, we live in kind of a crazy world, and I have really been trying to figure out ways to make myself feel better, not only about me, but about life. And I found Mel Robbins, and she does F-bomb once in a while. She does swear once in a while, not a ton, but she does. So just so that you know that, but she is funnier than all get out, and she's real to me. She could be making up these stories and making the best stories up. I don't know, but I don't care, because I can relate to her, and the people that she has on her show, I can relate to them. So anyway, so then I went ahead and I took, this is our Petunia Pop again, and I took it and I cut it to 1.5 by 1 3/4. Hopefully they'll both fit on here. And then I took some of our DSP. This is the In Color 2024-2026 DSP. Yeah, that'll fit. And we are going to take the 2 Petunia Pops, and I'm taking our stamp set Spotlight of Nature. I think I've used this before. I love this. This was really fun to do. And I'm only going to do the one flower here. So the one on the top, I'm going to stamp up further, and the one on the bottom, I'm going to stamp lower, because we're going to have a tag in the middle of it. So anyways, we're going to do that. This one, we're going to go up. No, we're going to go down. Can you see me? I hope you guys are having a great day. A lot of people are out barbecuing. I got to go do grocery pickup. I'm going to go out to the cemetery and visit my father. He was in a couple world wars, and I should know them off the top of my head, but I don't. And then Paul's going to barbecue. And I'm going to declutter and work on my Stampin' Up! Stuff. I have a busy week. Monday, June 3rd. Is it June 3rd? Monday, next Monday, a week from today, I will be out at U Rock Ranch again. You guys, if you are from Warden or Moses Lake, go out there and support us. It is just it's a super cute little venue. She's trying to have once a month pop-ups. She's calling it a farmer's market. There hadn't been any much produce or anything out there. This is called a dauber, and I'm just daubing ink around it to kind of give it a little dimension. There was like homemade, lot of handmade items, and then there was some homemade breads out there last time. I haven't quite got the list of all the vendors yet, but come on out there. It's kind of fun. It's off of Road T. I'll have it posted all week so that you can see it. So Saturday I'm going to Spokane. Monday I have that. And it is subscription card time, and I want to get those out the first week in June because Father's Day is on the 15th, I believe. So, and that's what's going out. If you are interested in my subscription, please let me know. I can throw another one in. Yeah, $25 you get 5 cards. I try to do the best that I can to what you would like. I had one of the ladies I asked, I got a punt on one of them, but one of them, her husband hunts or fish, so I got that one covered. And another one, her dad's an elderly guy, and I have the old Ford truck that I'm going to do for that one. I have an airplane one. I have a pheasant one. So, and I will have them out there. I will have a few graduation cards since graduation is here this next week coming up. We still got graduations going on, so I will have a few of those as well, and then just some basic cards out there. So come on out and see me. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with this. So we're going to go ahead and just adhere it down. This is actually a really easy card. The worst part about it yesterday when I was making them was my cutter was not playing very nice. I think I got to go up a little bit. And I would get them on there and they would look crooked. I think I'm going to go back to Fiskars. Okay, let's just lay this down. We had softball. I softballed out on Friday, and then Saturday I decided I should have went and watched it, but I stayed home and watched it via computer somewhat. There was a lot of technical difficulties that day, but at least Candace was super good about giving us updates. Oh, dang nabbit, I want this closer. I'm going to have to re-pull these up. This is supposed to be over here a little bit further. Because I'm going to put a ribbon on there. Yep. What I like about this adhesive, you can pull it up and move it, and then it still sticks pretty good. And you can always add more. Okay. Man, I'm having a dang of a time here this morning. There we go. It's funny. I watch different demonstrators do their videos and stuff to compare like where I can improve on mine. And there's a gal that I watch out of Australia, and she's up there. She's a team leader, and she's got a big team, and she does good in sales and all that kind of stuff. And I wish she was local because I love her. But the other day I watched her, and she doesn't say dang it. She says like blam it or something. And she's like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was fun to watch because it's like, oh, she's not perfect either. Because she just looks like she's got her crap together. But nah, we're all about the same. Okay. Holy cow, you'd think that was the hard part. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and I used our, I love these dies. It is the Thoughtful Expression dies. It has them all nested. I use them so much they're just thrown in there though. So we're going to take the basic white and we're going to put a petunia pop. But I am going to stamp just for you on this petunia pop real quick. And you stamp it in the same color and it really does come out good. So, and then we're going to adhere that, and then we're going to use dimensionals on the basic white and then pop it up as well. If you guys ever use these dimensionals and you start to run low, these parts on the side, you just cut them. I just cut them where the little niches are, and they work just great. So you don't waste any of them. You use them all. And we are going to... one of my granddaughters, she graduates on Friday. She is actually Paul's granddaughter, but I stole her. She came into my life, I think she was about, let's see, well, she's 18 now, and Paul and I have been good together about 10 years, so she was like 7 or 8, and I was so worried. She came over for our Thanksgiving, and I was so worried because I didn't know her, and I just wanted her to love me and accept me, and oh my gosh, she's the bright eye in the dark sky. Okay, so that's that part. We're going to add a ribbon over here, but I want to go ahead and do the inside. So the inside I cut 4x4 because I just want to show a little bit of the petunia pop. But we are going to take the butterfly. Oh, first we're going to color the edges. I'll just kind of, oops, that's too dark for me. You just kind of go rough around the edges like that. I do this all the time in scrapbooking. So the reason I started listening to podcasts, I don't know if it's just me. I mean, I think there's a lot of women out there, but you just get to a certain point in your life and you're trying to figure out who the heck you are. At least I am. I am still struggling with that. I was a mom for so long. My life was all planned out. I didn't have a space to scrapbook. I didn't have, I didn't have a lot of time, but I always found time to do it. And now that it's just me and Paul, I just feel like, I don't know what it is. Overwhelmed with life, I guess. So I'm trying to get all of that figured out again. And it's been a whole year of trying to figure this out, but by God, I'm going to get there. I'm starting to feel more like myself. So on this one, I am going to stamp off because I don't want this butterfly to be, I just want her on here, but I don't want her to be super bright. Isn't that pretty? And then what we're going to do is this blending pen. So we have our stamping blends, which you could color it in, but I don't want to color it in. It's bright enough. I just want to kind of spread the love here. So this pen just takes it, and I don't know if it's got, I don't know what's inside of it, if it's alcohol or what, but if you just rub it in there, it just kind of spreads the ink around. It blends it. Isn't that cool? Okay, and that's all I want to do. And then we are going to take and add that in there. I love this card. I did it all, which you'll see on the post. I did it in every color for my event on Saturday. All the new in colors. It turned out really good. And this is our Petunia Pop ribbon that we are going to, okay. Yesterday I wasted a lot and I'm trying really hard not to do that anymore. Okay. We're going to take this. Can you believe it's the end of May? Holy cow. I hope the weather starts to cooperate. I'm so afraid in August it's going to be 118 degrees again. Or June. Go from 60 to 118. Okay, there we go. I used a little too much ribbon, but that'll be right. And the inside, I just make sure that it's, yeah, it's crooked. One of them yesterday I must have took out about 5 times. Honestly, That's good. I'm just going to put some dots to hold it down. I try to keep this, I talked for 5 minutes. I try to keep my videos to about 15 minutes because it makes it, whoops, easier to download on YouTube. But, oh well, I went over a little bit, telling you my funny stories for the weekend. Okay, so I'm just putting these little glue dots, and all it does is kind of help keeps the ribbon in place. Okay, there we go. Let's turn this. We are going to clip it short. Well, it might be a little too short. That's all right, it'll work. It'll work. There we go. Isn't that stinking cute? Ta-da! There you have it. I will get this video posted this week. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. Thinking of the ones that lost their lives that were for our freedom. So anyways, I hope you have a great day, a great week, and we will be talking to you soon. This is Darla from Stampin' with Chaos.